So it is Wellness Wednesday. This morning we're going to talk about the boom in IV hydration spas. They are popping up all over the valley. You've probably seen them. They promise quick fixes to give you energy, to help you recover. Even they say they'll help with hangovers. But a new study is showing many of these spas are largely unregulated. So let's talk about it this morning with JD, who's a sports dietitian and nutritionist with Banner Health, to share more on what we need to watch out for, or also some safer alternatives. I mean, JD, first off, I was telling you, I don't like needles to begin with, so I'm not doing this. But seeing them become more and more popular made me think maybe they're more safer. But that's not necessarily the case.
Correct. That is the misconception. And therefore, people, it's a trend. And these IV treatments are running between $150 to $300. And people aren't quite sure what to ask for when they are seeing if this person that is providing a needle to the vein is qualified to do so.
Yeah, I mean, so what are those questions? You're so right, because I would assume, again, this is bad of me, but because I don't want to get poked any more than I need to at the doctor, so I wouldn't do this anyway. But I know so many people who would feel comfortable doing it, and you would just think, okay, this person's the expert. I don't really need to ask a lot, but you should be asking questions.
Yes.
So what should I ask, and what red flags do I need to look out for?
Okay, so I'm going to give you an acronym to see if it's lies or not.
Oh, okay.
The L, you're going to ask for licensure. Are they licensed to provide intravenous solutions? So this is going to be a credentialed professional, healthcare professional, like a RN or a PA or an MD or an NP, and they're going to have that credential after their name. Okay.
Okay.
The I is ingredients. What is in this solution? Because there are things that can happen. This is not a no-risk situation.
Yeah.
What can happen is electrolyte imbalances can occur. Too much of some fat-soluble vitamins can be provided. I've seen a lot of blood work where people have elevated numbers for micronutrients because they're receiving these IV treatments on a regular basis.
Yikes.
So there's the I. The E is emergency protocols. So emergency protocols are going to be, what happens if something goes wrong?
Yes. Do you have a plan?
Do you have an oxygen for me if I pass out? Do you have any qualified health care professionals helping you in the situation? And the S is screenings. You definitely want to ask, how are you screening, or look to see, are they screening you for health conditions, specifically kidney, heart, metabolic conditions? Because this is an important protocol for putting anything directly into the bloodstream.
Okay, lies. I'm good to remember that. That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see my pop quiz now. License, ingredients.
Correct.
Emergency.
Yes.
And something else.
Screening.
Screening. So if people, okay, maybe they wanted to do this. Maybe they thought, okay, I do feel better when I'm doing something like this, but now I'm not so sure. I'm going to ask those critical questions, but are there safer alternatives for me? What would you say?
Yes. So more sip, less drip.
Okay.
Okay, that's our first one. And that's going to be hydrating enough. So we need about 50% of our body weight in fluids per day. That can come from water, that can come from low-fat milk, that can come from soups.
And honestly, living in the desert, I feel like we're already kind of a step behind in this.
Well, we do lose more water, right?
Yeah.
Because
so
it's
more
dry
sip
here.
Yeah.
So more sip, and making sure we meet those needs. And if you're active and you're a sweater, then you're going to need even more, up to like 24 ounces per hour of activity that you need, in addition to half your body weight in ounces.
Okay.
Okay.
That's interesting. I saw up there we had coconut water as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, so some of those will help us hydrate.
Definitely.
Okay, we're running out of time here, and so quickly I want to ask you, is there any situation where this would actually be medically beneficial to do these IVs?
Yes. If someone were not able to keep water down, and their stomach was rejecting water, so that's when we get our IVs in the hospital settings, because we are extremely dehydrated, we can't keep fluids down, that's a time for it.
Okay.
But otherwise, if you can sip orally, then there's no need for these intravenous solutions.
All right, do that instead. More sip, less drip, and don't forget the lies. All right, JD, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it for your Wellness Wednesday. Yes, we'll have to have you back.